New Facebook dilemma, why your privacy is not guaranteed. Tesla Model 3 damage forces right to repair action. And more from today's tech news. Now, we've heard several rumours that Apple is working on foldable lenses for the iPhone, and a new patent has come to light, simply known as folded camera, and that enables Apple to actually reduce the size of the bezel for the lenses or the camera on the iPhone. So currently, if you have the newer iPhones, there's quite a protruded bump on the back of the phone. So with this foldable lenses, this would be able to reduce that size. So when you take a photo, those lenses could then extend independently as and when needed and get you better shots. And that could also look to improve as well the zoom features with the iPhone models in the future. So it's interesting to see that Apple is still working on this technology. So I've been following the right to repair debate for some time now, and on the latest reading up of this, I come across a news story today, and I think this actually plays in the favour for the right to repair. A gentleman named Donald Bone drove over some debris on the road, and with that something broke his Tesla Model 3. The coolant leaked, and so he contacted Tesla, and they told him the repair would cost about $16,000 to replace the entire battery pack. Now, according to the article, he'd recently changed his insurance over, and his insurance company didn't want to give him the full coverage on there, so he would have to pay this out of pocket. So he actually went to a garage about 3 states away from where he lived after reaching out on some Tesla forums, and it turns out that there was a section that was actually damaged by the debris, and it could actually be replaced and repaired. However, with Tesla, they don't just replace the part that's broken, they actually replace the whole unit, hence why the price was so high. Now, the article goes on to say that Tesla could actually work to reinforce the protection where the incident happened, and this apparently isn't the first time that something like this has happened on the Tesla vehicles. Now, it goes on then to talk about how he actually was able to fix the part himself with the garage's help, and obviously saved himself a lot of money. Now, unfortunately, he still faces a danger down the road, and Tesla may go after him and disable supercharger in his car because it did not perform the repairs themselves. And so this goes on with regards to right to repair. A lot of devices these days, whether it be from Tesla, Apple, even Google and things like that, most of the time they don't actually repair the problem, they actually replace it. So I know for myself, I've taken iPhones in the past to Apple and I've explained the problem, and they, instead of just repairing it, they've actually just given me a new refurbished device. Obviously that then goes back to Apple, where they take those parts out and then sell them on as refurbished. Instead of just repairing the problem, they just simply give you a new device. So that's obviously good if it's up front and it's not costing you anything, you just get a new device. But obviously from an ecological standpoint, it's quite harmful potentially. But also when it's not covered, it could leave you out of pocket, and in this case as much as $16,000. So this definitely speaks in the way of the right to repair movement.
Today's episode is sponsored by Creatively Social. Creatively Social helps you in building your social media platforms for your business to thrive by helping you to provide fresh content, marketing, and engagement for your business, taking the pressure off you. Save yourself hours in your day for a better work-life balance. Get in touch at creativelysocialvia.com.
Now, an article with Insider says that a Facebook engineer reportedly abused employee access to user data to track down a woman who had left him after they fought on a night out. Between January 2014 and August 2015, the company fired 52 employees for exploiting user data for personal means. And this comes as part of an advanced copy of an upcoming book called An Ugly Truth Inside Facebook's Battle for Domination. Now, the engineer, who was unnamed, reportedly tapped into the data to confront a woman with whom he'd been having a vacation with in Europe, and after she left the hotel room where they'd been sharing, he was able to figure out her location at a different hotel. Now, this isn't the first time. Another one goes on to say that another Facebook employee uses employee access to dig up information on a woman with whom he'd gone on a date with after she stopped responding to his messages. In the company system, you had access to years of private conversations with friends over Facebook Messenger, events attended, photographs uploaded, including those that she'd also deleted, which obviously we've always said in the past that when you delete the pictures, they are still out there at some point, and you can go in and you can request your data from companies such as Facebook and Instagram, and you can actually access images and posts that you thought were deleted, and they actually come down there as well. Now, obviously, Facebook has responded. It told Insider that it fires employees found to have accessed user data for non-business purposes, but this doesn't change the fact that your information is accessible at the will of anybody who works within Facebook. And obviously, we've seen multiple breaches with Facebook data. So if you are a Facebook user, make sure that you only post information that, first of all, that you're happy with. And obviously, things with location and things like that, they are going to be able to use that information even if you try to restrict that access as well. So you need to question whether or not you're happy to have that on your device at all. Twitter says it's permanently suspended a small number of fake accounts that it mistakenly verified just weeks after relaunching the public verification program. And this comes to light after a data scientist discovered 6 verified accounts that have been created on June 16th. Another had posted a single tweet, and 2 had used what appeared to be stock photographs for profile pictures as well. So it's interesting to see that Twitter hasn't fixed this problem despite stopping this verification process a couple of weeks ago, and then obviously restarting it, and the problem still persists. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the next episode.